Yeah.
Sure. How's it going, everybody? Happy Friday.
Hey,
11.
somebody's already in here. Oh God.
Who? What? Who? Wow.
Arioch, if I pronounce that right. Wait, you want to tell you're not already rolling in the money? No, we definitely are not.
No. No, we're not. All this glorious stuff you see behind me was purchased with my normal job. I will buy something with Lazy Goblins. I'll make sure it's like always in view. I'll be like, that's the first purchase I made with the Lazy Goblin money. How's it going? How you doing? How's
model
everybody?
of a goblin.
Yeah, you know, it's Friday. Did you guys know that it's Friday, podcast day?
Friday
video game podcast day. So here we are. Beard's grown a little longer. Too busy to shave it.
My hair is growing longer.
Yeah, you look like you haven't left. The comfort of the office. Hope everyone's having a great Friday. I know we are. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
It's quarter round.
Having a great Friday now.
Yeah, now that we're doing this.
Hell yeah.
I mean, other than watching Mandalorian.
Yep.
Episode 2.
That was cool.
It was pretty awesome.
That was awesome.
Take those off. I loved... Okay, so I was going to say this one part real quick. Because it was so funny. Because Katie and I were watching it.
Spoiler alert.
And as... I'm not even going to say stuff. But as it was grasping to, like, try to help... You know? When he was fixing
Oh,
himself,
yeah.
I was like, do you know what'd be funny is if he does it again. And then he does it again. I was like, that's hilarious. So anyways.
That was funny.
Back to game dev stuff. How's it going? I bet you guys are all on here because you're like, we want to know how the heck this game's coming along because you guys have 2 weeks because it's releasing the 29th. So either midnight 28th or, you know, first thing in the morning the 29th. It's releasing.
Or first thing morning, December 1st.
No. Cody.
Yeah.
Why
did you say 29th? We have until like the 30th.
No, that's Black Friday. I said
So?
Thanksgiving, Black Friday. That's when we're releasing.
We have till 30th.
We have the 29th.
30th.
Cody, I've been saying on the streams this whole time, the 29th.
30th. It's Black Friday. Nobody will know.
Everyone's going to know. Just like they know if you're not streaming correctly when you say you are streaming.
True. That's true.
People know. They dig into the stuff. True fans want to know. You know what's going to happen is right now we have a great following. But when we have even a bigger following, we're going to get comments and be like, you guys remember back in 2019, you're supposed to release your Lazy Goblin's first game, Wacky Duels, and you kept saying it was going to be the 29th, and you didn't release it then.
Yeah, it was a day later.
So, no, bad Cody, no. We won't do that.
Listen, Johnny doesn't do the programming.
Yeah, the programming's done.
No, it's not.
What have you been doing this whole time?
Gotta finish with getting the characters in, all their facial animation. Gotta build levels as well. I have to make the ricocheting objects and all that stuff work.
As soon as I get the art
done, I'm gonna
build levels. So the art and then levels.
We have to figure out the timing and spacing of the ads. We have
every 5 seconds.
Figure out how much we want to charge for each character. We have
$1,000.
Figure out a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah. So like I said, it'll be the 29th, first thing in the morning. We'll stay up because I have Thanksgiving and Friday off, so we could just do a jam to get it done that night, if anything.
Can't do it Thanksgiving. I can do it the next day.
Well, I'm off, so I'll be cooking a little bit, working a little bit.
Because I'm pretty sure we'll be over here where I'm at her parents.
You know, it'd be cool if you're over there playing a new game that you just released. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
So, as you can tell, the dynamic we have in this relationship, the partnership with the company, I'm the optimistic one, and Cody's the realist.
Arioch says, release the game as it is, and then add a day 1 DLC. Perfect.
I love it. There we go. And we'll charge for that DLC.
So everybody who is listening to the podcast can play it on the 29th. No ads. Characters are free. Get them while you can.
Right. Wait, no, that's
and
not
then
true.
The next day we'll have everything in there.
No.
It's totally true.
You've heard it here live. That's not 100% accurate. So one thing, actually, I don't know if you've gotten this question. A lot of people are asking me, like, oh, we're so excited. We want to play the game. Can't wait to see the game. And I was like, look, okay, people, family, everyone. This includes all of you. Whoever's listening, that's family. Get the mic a little closer. While, yes, family, I appreciate and love the fact that you download our game, I need you to watch ads because that's how we make money.
And click on them.
Don't do this whole, oh, I downloaded your game. Oh, have you played it? No, I've never played it, but I downloaded it in support. That's great, but I don't...
That doesn't help.
That doesn't mean anything to us other than, like, more people have downloaded it. So you're like, That's great. And then what's going to happen is we're going to get excited and be like, oh my gosh, we just got 20 new downloads. Why aren't we making any money off these downloads?
I don't even care if, like, they don't watch any of, like, the video ads or anything. If they just play the game.
Playing the game. I want you guys to play the game. Which we'll have ads randomly throughout the game, but it's not going to be heavy ads. And I only say that because in order for Cody and I to move on to our next phase of the company, making more games, is we just need a little revenue. We're not trying to... This game's Anyways, this game's not going to make us rich. And we know that, and that's fine. But we need a little bit coming in so we can kind of help propel forward with the next project. Because what happens with the next project is going to be a little bit bigger. It's going to take a little longer. So what we're hoping is that if this game does well enough, we might not have to stop that production to start another little quick game that we're going to throw up also to try to make a little bit more ad revenue. Just because we need the revenue to build. To keep going forward.
Yep.
So, and that's because we want to do this for full time, permanently. That's the plan. So, that's why you guys all stop by, is how to watch two people that know just enough make it all the way to the top. And that's why we know just enough. I think together, combined, we know enough about games and how they work and how to make them. Now we just need to actually make one and publish it.
Yep.
Yeah, which is why all of you wonderful people are here.
Yay!
On this glorious journey, I want to go on an adventure, and that's why I'm wearing this shirt.
And then one day we could say we started from the bottom, and now we're here.
Yeah, and now we're here, and we're gonna be like, we're still on the bottom.
We're still on the bottom.
So then we'll have to restructure what they call in the industry pivot. We'll have to pivot.
Yep.
And we'll have to pivot to... So how two people have been making games for 10 years is still on the bottom. So... yeah, that'll be great.
That will be...
At least we have a backup plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, what happened is if we wait 10 years and we don't go forward, we're just gonna change the YouTube channel to an unboxing YouTube channel, and we're just gonna unbox stuff. We're gonna buy stuff and unbox it. And
how are we gonna buy stuff? We have no money.
I know. We'll have to get real jobs, or I'll keep mine. You'll have to get a real job, and then we'll build Legos. So we'll unbox Legos and then just build them.
There you go.
There you go. So yeah.
Ari says the eternal problem.
I know.
Eternal problem.
I wish it wasn't a money thing. I wish you had to really make money to just do what do your passion or whatever.
Yeah, but nowadays, a bit easier to make a living off of your passion.
That's very true. With everything the way it is, it's like the great time with
Twitter, YouTube, the podcasts. Like, there's so much.
Oh yeah, and all the platforms that we have to release stuff on. That's amazing. So,
again, we don't really want to get rich. We just want to make a living doing this.
Yeah. No.
I don't have to make $100,000 to be happy.
Oh.
It would help, but...
I do. Not.
As long as I could support family and everything, then I'm good.
Exactly. As long as I don't have to go into an office and this could be my office where I just make games with you all the time, that's what I would love.
That would be awesome.
That would basically be the end goal, where I could just get up, roll out of bed, do whatever.
And then we could do like 2 podcasts a week.
Oh my gosh. Now we're just going to become like a channel, like a station people would watch and tune in.
Yeah. Lazy Goblins TV.
Yeah. Yeah, and not only do we talk about so one day would be about the game we're working on. The next time would be so games that are out there currently. So we could watch indie developers and talk about indie development, and
that is something I want to do. Like when we are able to, and it might even come sooner, but when we're able to like do this more so full time, or at least you can quit your job and do it full time, and stay from home, is do a podcast and try to get like guests on.
Yeah, I'd love to start like working with other indie developers that have been doing it for a while or starting out, that are on the, going for it. But that would be really exciting because then, we can get all their perspective and then we can just kind of meet. And I'd kind of love to turn this channel more into like every once in a while we do like a guest YouTube, and we just meet with other people and developers and ask them about their pitfalls, what was difficult for them, and what they found the hardest part about starting out was, and but what kept them kind of going forward other than that. And one of the biggest things challenge-wise is like, did you ever find yourself at one point like having to stop for a couple months to do something else, like as in maybe making money, right? Because that's the thing. At the end of the day, we all have to pay bills, we all have to live, and so sometimes when you're doing stuff like this, like Cody has several different contract jobs just to keep maintaining what he's doing while doing this. So, like, I wonder if any other indie developers have had these issues, Well, inappropriate. Cover your eyes. Oh, wait, I can't cover your monitor. But, yeah, I wonder if any other developers have had those issues, If you guys are developers and you're kind of doing this and you've had some stuff where you're like, I just have to stop and do some work to make some money or have to do whatever to make ends meet. How did you kind of overcome that and still stay on the path? Because a lot of times what happens is you start making a game and you start it and you're really excited and things are going really well, and then you're just like, I can't keep this up, I can't keep the momentum up, I can't keep doing it, I have to think something has to give, and and then if that gives and you have to focus on that and you can't come back to your game, or did you? How did you overcome that?
That's kind of what happened this last week, because we made so much progress during the jam. By the way, we live streamed it on Sunday.
Almost 6 hours. I should have stopped. I should have stayed. It's on the video. It's like 5.59 hours. Anyway,
it was so fun though. But we had like so much got done. We had so much momentum, and then Monday comes, and that's when like everything starts setting in again. Like, oh, I have errands to run. I have to do this, and then it's like, oh, I gotta actually do work now. So yeah.
And I'm gonna try to do myself. If Cody's free, I'm gonna try to start doing another jam. The goal is tomorrow. Get off work around 4. The goal is to get home. I have nothing going on that weekend.
I could probably do it this weekend as well.
The missus.
For sure, I think Sunday.
Yeah, I could do a lot Sunday, but I did tell Katie it's been a good quality time with her. Make breakfast, stuff like that. Maybe watch some Disney Plus stuff, and make dinner. But other than that, but she already knows because she's motivated for us, excited for us, that what we got going on. So she knows we want to release soon, so she understands. But
yep, Ari says in my case, it's either that I get to the point where I get stuck on a nasty bug I can't figure out, or my health is such that I can't muster willpower to do anything. I feel that. I encountered pretty nasty bugs, and Johnny has encountered stuff with the art side of things as well, that he's just kind of like, you feel like you hit a wall, can't get past. But eventually you'll get through it. And the health thing, that sucks, because the past couple days I actually started to get sick, and I kind of had to slow down a bit and just kind of rest my body a bit and take care of that. So some work wasn't getting done, so I am behind on that. But yeah, I mean, you first and foremost take care of yourself.
Exactly.
It's like the first and foremost thing.
Yeah.
But with the bug, I would say reach out to people. If you're like seriously stuck on it, reach out to people. Whether it be like forums or if you're in our Discord, come in and ask us questions. We primarily use Unity, so if it's in Unity, we could probably help you out. But yeah, just ask around, try to get some help.
If it's Game Maker, I don't even know. How do you have a
forum?
Forums, yeah. Game Maker's pretty big. That's a huge one right now. But Unreal, I like Unreal a lot, and I play around in there. But I haven't really written any code, bug wise.
Here's the thing, Unreal, like, it'd be cool to go into there, especially with all the grants they're giving out to everybody. But it's like we can't really afford to relearn a whole new engine type of thing. Like maybe if we were like getting a steady income per month, then maybe we could take like a month to like try to get the ins and outs of it, make a quick prototype and submit like for the dev grant thing. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's something that I think that as we get more established and maybe down the road, but as a business decision,
just has to make sense.
Yeah, it has to make sense, and you have to understand like what are you trying to accomplish, right? So Cody and I know that we want to make games and we want to make them quick, but because we don't have a lot of, since we can't. I'm not doing this full time. I only have part-time effort that I can put into it. That I try to put as much of my part-time into this as almost to make it as full-time. So like you said, to go relearn a whole system would be, instead of us making forward progress on games, we'd have to step back. So it's hard to do that. But to answer some of your other questions about like the bugs, I have some medical issues myself that I'm constantly dealing with that bring me to a point of where I can't work on things a lot of times. Just mentally, I'm like exhausted. So I, as much as I like to try to work on stuff, there's just some days like I hit these mental blocks with like PTSD and stuff, and so it's hard for me to pass to actually get present and get into the moment to actually do it. But that's why community is so important, and that's why Cody and I's friendship with this has worked out so well, because I've never felt pressure to have to do it, and knowing that we can, we communicate really well with each other and we understand, and he knows that I'm gonna work twice as hard when I'm feeling better to catch up, because I just want to put in the effort. And that's the thing, it's gotta, like in most relationships, there's no 50-50, right? In a relationship, it's gonna be like one day Cody's gonna have to give 90 and I'm gonna give like 10. And then the other day, Cody might be slammed on stuff, but I'm pulling 90%. So it's just, we balance it out pretty well.
Yeah.
So that's why we built this community, though. That's why we have the Discord channel. Cody's great at responding. Because I have it on my phone, and like someone will be like, "Hey, blah blah blah," and Cody's like right on it. So if you ever have a question about C# or anything like that in Unity, he can definitely help you out with it.
Yeah.
So forward progress. How is the game coming? So we have 2 weeks, basically, 14 days. Oh my gosh. And how much of the level do we have? How many of the characters do we have? What's going on?
We really only have one level right now. Because we had to go in and redo like a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad we did it earlier and not later.
Exactly.
But I could share my screen and show off the skeleton.
Oh yes, we just uploaded the skeleton. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Now, the skeleton was particularly a difficult one because, as you guys know from seeing other stuff, everything's separate. Like all the body parts, I'm not combining everything and then just bringing it in.
Yeah.
Everything's separate because we want the parts to go everywhere. So a skeleton has bones all over the place. So I didn't combine anything except the arms.
I actually don't have those bones as separate things.
Oh.
So I made them... I put like them into empty game objects to hold them, because I'm pretty sure I could go back in and add rigid bodies to them and stuff, and it'll do the same thing. But for now, it's not like that. But anyway,
that's the plan, or was the plan? That's why I kept everything separate.
So he's in the shop right now.
I love it.
There's a back button. I should just hit that. And then play mode. This is the funny part. Watch this guy. Watch him.
Nice.
Watch.
I love that.
And then when you shoot, he does a little animation.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's great.
Yeah, I just love that. Just turns to the camera.
I love that. That's awesome, dude. That's great. Ah, he's like laughing. That's sweet. How'd you do that?
It's just one of the animations for the face.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like
I just didn't know how he got his body to turn towards the camera, or like his face.
Oh yeah. Let's see if I could get it.
I imagine that's not. Is that a script? Like when player death?
Yeah. So I have the animator for their faces, and I just have some parameters in there. So like kill the enemy and then shoot.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then this is a idle. I'll just do that. And then this is the kill face. But the funny thing is that you shoot before you kill somebody, so
right.
It plays this one. And then it will go straight to this one. So it looks like he's laughing.
Which is perfect. It turned out well. It turned out so good. It laughs at you and then he's like, heh. You know, he finds death funny because he's a skeleton.
Exactly. He's like, you're one of us now.
That's right. One of us. One of us.
But yeah. That was like a pain to set up. Like, mainly because his arm. Because they're both separate. The other characters, it's just one arm. So when it rotates, it looks normal. But like,
right.
You have it like this, if I can even do it. And then this part of the arm, like, it'll rotate. At first, it was rotating on the middle. So it would look like you'd have the arm going like that, but the other arm would just be like, it would like be off.
Right.
Floating in the air.
Yeah.
I got it to where it looks decent, and if people notice it, it's funny. So whatever.
Exactly. And that was the nice. That's why I'm glad we came up with the concept of like, okay, funny, fun, cartoony type game. Let's go.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I think. Oh yeah. We just got something on Twitter. It was Ari. He said, "Sorry guys, was listening to you. Thanks for answering my stuff. But I had to stop because my internet connection started to break down. We'll join in the future."
Cody knows all about that. That's why I do the live streams, because I have great internet.
Yeah.
60 frames per second, baby. Yeah, I think that skeleton was a little bit tricky. And then, like, as me, I'm trying to do I'm not trying to do realism, but I'm still trying to give it the look of the skeleton. So, and I wanted to kind of match the other characters, because I was originally going to give him a round head, so it looked like a skeleton's head. But then I thought, none of the other characters have round heads. They all have, like, egg heads. So it makes more sense to have them, like, a longer, just egg head type shape. So it kind of matches the theme of what's going on in the world.
Came out good.
It's a funny story, too, actually. I was telling people about the Wacky Duels that we originally did, and someone came up to me and was like, hey, so you guys originally did this, right? And did you release it on Android? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, because I was going to tell you, hey, there's a Wacky Duels out there that someone already did it.
Nope, that was us.
That was us.
Yay! Download it, play it. There's no ads or anything in there.
Yeah.
So just play it.
If you guys want the free version, this is Wacky Duels 2.0.
Probably has a bunch of bugs in there.
Nah, like 5. I could show everyone what I'm. Let's see. You guys want to see? You want to see the new character I'm working on?
Yeah.
And one more character after this. So currently, I'm working on this Pumpkin Man. I was gonna try to work on something with his shirt and like kind of paint some stuff on there, but That's not kind of working out the way I want it to, but
that green's growing on me.
I like it. I like the cape. The cape did turn out really well. I tried to give some flowy feel in the background.
You know what? It kind of gives a Green Goblin vibe.
Yeah, it's kind of going with a mix. A little Joker, a little Green Goblin, a little Spawn. I got the cape inspiration for the Spawn character. A little like do that's why we talked about before. Research references. Got to have some kind of idea of where you want to go with it. Originally, I was gonna have his head like where someone can hold, like they can hold it, probably save. And then I was like, it just looks silly because the head's too big. So if I look at the head's over here, and then the hand's holding it, I'm like, it just doesn't even look right at all. So no. But yeah, getting ready to set up the faces on that. The vampire turned out pretty well. I can show the vampire.
Yeah, vampire is awesome. That's in there. That was the first character we had the faces working.
Yep, this is the one. Did I show everybody the faces already? Did we see these?
I think so.
So yeah. So yeah, the faces are officially working. So now I uploaded the sprites for the other faces, so hopefully we can get all those working, and then we're good to go. So
yeah, it's
coming together. Now I know what you're thinking. Wait.
I think once we have the characters all in and working and everything, things will go pretty smooth.
Yes, and for the record, I am an expert level designer. If anyone's hiring, and when
He'll have a portfolio after this project.
Yeah, as soon as this project's over, I'll have a great portfolio. And you're gonna notice a lot of the same theme. All right, it was a time period of my life that I was just trying to go with the same theme. So yeah, no, I'll be able to get the buildings out for the next level, which I've already sketched out. So I already have my ideas, I already have my reference images, I've already done all the research for that. So I could get that stuff done, hopefully, during the week while I'm working. Come home and just work on those. And then on a weekend, I can just do levels all weekend long and just make levels. The goal is I want to do 50 for the West and 50 for the new one. So that's 100 total, and that's the goal. So, and meanwhile, Cody will be coding stuff, putting in the ads, making sure the characters work with everything.
I'll probably, once all the characters are in and we have a good amount of levels, I'll probably build out APK and give it to like family and friends and stuff so they could test it.
Yeah, because testing, even though like you have to, you have to. Like we're not doing like what we'd prefer to do. Like I think on the next game, the bigger game we do, we'll probably do like a pool and get like a couple codes and all that stuff because it'll be a little bit bigger to have people play through. But you have to do some kind of testing because you do not want to release something and then as soon as people get it, it crashes, it has bugs, because then that's their first comments. The first comments, you don't want 50 comments of people saying it sucks, it crashes.
Yep.
So yeah, we got to do some kind of testing.
It's coming along.
It is. For how fast? I mean, we started September, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're pretty close. It's getting to the wire with this first round basically being done, and then we have, after this is done, I have about 10 more characters to do, and then at least 2 more worlds, and then probably 1 more world, and then maybe another 5 characters or 3 or 4, depending.
And with that one, we'll release on iOS and Apple.
Yeah. And I don't know how soon in January, but sometime in January. We haven't figured out that yet. So.
Depends.
Yeah. Well, we probably will do, my goal would be...
It'll at least come out in January.
Yeah. And the goal for the Android phone is actually to do one update in December with 1 more world and some characters. And then kind of add another 50 levels. So...
yeah.
That way when January comes, you guys will get a little bit more and stuff.
Yep.
It's just trucking along, little by little. And that's really, I think, the best progress for game stuff is just little by little. Much as
for sure.
It's crazy. I was going to ask you, because I've noticed this. Even though sometimes I sit here for like 8 hours just working on the stuff, and you feel like you don't get a lot accomplished. I mean, obviously you do. But I think it's because in your mind you think, I can get this done a lot faster. but then you sit down and actually do it, and it takes a lot longer. Now, do you experience the same kind of issues with coding and stuff and like setting stuff up?
Definitely, especially like that's one big thing that like, not to diss on anybody or anything, but like people that don't actually get into the code and stuff, they don't understand how something can look so simple, like, oh, that's a simple mechanic, but it, like, there's so much underneath it that has to be done. So like it can seem simple on the outside, and even sometimes I think this, I'm like, oh yeah, this will be simple to do, and I get in there and it takes me like 3 hours to implement.
Right.
So,
and I think that's, I mean, it just helps. I mean, Cody and I, like I said before, we're really lucky. I mean, we went to the same school together. We worked together quite a few like for years now. And I've enjoyed programming, so I've done programming. So we both, and he's done art before, so we both understand each other's position. So we know that either one could be a little crazy. So like he was telling me early on, the ads suck, and he wanted to get them done as fast as he, or like as soon as he could. But we needed enough for him to be able to start implementing it. So,
which now we have, I made a good system to where I should be able to start actually putting the ads in there once we get enough levels, and then I can say, okay, we want it every X amount of levels, or stuff like that.
Yeah, and we're sorry that we do have to do ads. That's not something we want to do. That's not the kind of company.
I mean, if the majority of people would be willing to pay $1 for a game on the phone, I would be totally fine with doing that.
Yeah, and me too. But it's just with the market out there. I mean, people release great quality stuff that's free. So in order to compete with that,
yeah,
we have to release mediocre stuff for free. Have ads.
Mediocre stuff that has personality.
Oh yeah, that's all us all over it. I don't even think it was intentional. Like just the coloring and the way I started modeling stuff, it just started happening. That I was like, oh, this is working out really well. So, and simplicity.
And we don't even have like the characters rigged or anything.
Nothing's rigged. No, I could have rigged everything, but I didn't. I was like, we don't need to do that. So
all the face animations and stuff, that's all basically a sprite sheet, and then the skeleton was just moving the positions.
Yep.
And then for the death, we just have the body explode.
Right. And
which is funny because in the I guess it kind of also flows with the first game, because with the first game, the death is like so dramatic. Like I make each character like hold their chest, and then blood comes out, and then they slowly fall on their back, and then like a rose pops up.
But not blood. When he says blood comes out, it goes everywhere.
Ketchup.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
But yeah, it did go everywhere.
Yeah, it was awesome. So.
But in this one, I think we're still gonna. I think Mike put up he put up like all the old songs for the first game, so we're gonna definitely use that.
Oh, we should do a soundtrack for YouTube and see if people want to listen to the old stuff.
We should.
Just a quick little. Here's our old stuff.
Wacky Duels music. Yeah, he has the Western character select. There's a death song. There's a main menu, and there's a Halloween.
Nice. Halloween one really worked out well.
Yeah.
Oh, excited. And see, that's the thing. Oh, go ahead.
Good. Oh, it's just so fun. Like, these songs are so good. I forgot how good they were. And like the death is just amazing.
I love the death. I love the songs because they're irritatingly catchy. Like It's like that kind of thing.
I'm gonna have to make the death like dramatic somehow. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be in the Apple release.
There we go. But yeah, I think it's coming along really well, and I think that it's important, like we've talked about before, scope. And I think Cody and I really hit the nail on the head when we talked about simplicity and like making it not too difficult. That way, it kept it easy for us to get it out there. And like I said, the next game is going to be a little bit bigger. We will have like brick characters and all that stuff, but and probably some animations for the faces and stuff. But that's going to be a slower process too. So
yeah,
we might have to do another game in the middle of it. Do like a week-long game jam and then bang something out.
Yeah.
Where we work the best, I think.
Always be prepared to pivot.
Pivot. Yeah.
Pivot.
Yeah, pivoting's good, but I think at some point you can't pivot too much.
Well, yeah. Just there are times where it comes up where it's like you said, like if we're working on, this bigger game and then we're like, well, we need some sort of, at least try to get some sort of cash flow in, then we'll have to pivot for like a couple weeks and work on a smaller game.
Yeah. And it's not just that too. It's like sometimes, like you said, in order to keep the momentum going of the projection of where we want to be, So it all just depends on how things go. We may do a Kickstarter for that one after we're, almost done, like 80% done, just to see how that does before we jump into another game. So it just depends. It really depends on how things play out. But the next game, like I said, I have big plans. I haven't really even talked about it with Cody because I just want to focus on this one game right now. So,
yeah.
But yeah. So any other big news this week? Anything going on? I think we posted a lot last week. We were doing some live streams last week.
Yeah.
Because the game, like the jam we did for like 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But we haven't posted anything else except this video Friday. I'll probably do some more posts tomorrow, or Sunday, maybe Monday, probably for sure Monday. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, it is about it, huh?
I think so.
Things are going good. Just been busy this week with work and stuff, but other than that, the game's going good. So far, I've dodged being sick.
Nice.
Which is good.
Yeah, so far I've only been down once this week. I just haven't gotten progress as far as I wanted it to.
Yeah.
But baby steps.
Yep,
like I said,
baby steps.
You gotta and that's the thing. I'm motivated to come back. So when I come back, like when I get to busy this Sunday, hopefully I just crush it and we get a lot done. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I think it was just good to catch up and take the break and come back to it and see how everyone's doing, where we're at.
Yeah. Stay tuned because we'll probably stream a bit this weekend.
Yeah. I'm free Monday, you said, or Sunday for you?
Sunday / tomorrow night-ish.
Perfect. I can do that.
Yeah.
That'd be great. And then I'll definitely do some stuff. I'll do some kind of video or something on Monday as well. So yeah, I think that's it. I think so. Other than that, everyone, thanks for stopping by. And remember, I know these aren't an hour long, but remember we talked about a while ago and try not to have these too long. So I think that's pretty good. I think we're about hitting the 40-minute mark. So
that's not bad.
No, I think that's not bad. Because I think we've done enough of the hour-long ones that like at some point we find that it's like I don't even listen to hour-long podcasts. Well, I do, but like by the time I don't even finish the whole thing. So
I think like as long as we get what we want to say and talk about out there, then that's good. Like if we had people in here right now asking questions like a couple weeks ago, then of course we would just keep going.
Yeah. But this we want to basically get back to work. So we need to do a thumbnail. So you guys get to watch us do a thumbnail. What's the thumbnail, Cody? We should do like this thing. What's this thing?
What? Dab?
Yeah. You're so stupid. Nailed it.
I'm gonna title it. I said we had to sneeze.
There, perfect. Nope, sneezing greatness.
Ah. There we go.
All right, guys. Perfect. Thanks for stopping by. Until next time, all I have to say is stay. Nope, that's not it. Keep.
Great.
Nice.
And